Look, you have seen the attempts by big tech to silence dissenting voices on The Voice, including Facebook blocking my editorials that the Uluru Statement is much more than one page. Based on a clearly biased so-called fact checker, a university group that says it works closely with the ABC. As well, a US appeals court has just confirmed that the American government breached freedom of speech guarantees by demanding that social media companies take down statements during the pandemic that the government claimed were false and misleading. Criticisms that have turned out to be much more right than wrong. Criticisms about the effectiveness of masks, the need for lockdowns, the benefits of vaccines and the origin of the virus. Despite this, the Albanese government is still pressing ahead with its own laws for Australians against so-called misinformation and disinformation that would impose multi-million-dollar fines on tech companies if they fail to take down posts that some faceless bureaucrat might regard as harmful. As the pandemic has shown, this could readily include statements that were merely contentious or debatable or perhaps against government policy. Things like me, perhaps calling out the Andrews government over hotel quarantine that eventually saw the Premier's top bureaucrat resign. Now the constitutional expert Anne Twomey, who's no Conservative, well, she's weighed in against the government's bill, saying that it's a cure that's worse than the disease. She said that the bill in its current form is, quote, a fiasco, and that it would be, quote, virtually impossible to properly implement. She said that there was a serious risk that in combating misinformation and disinformation, we seriously undermine freedom of speech, which is a pillar of that system of democracy that we are trying to defend. Now, the Albanese government was happy enough to listen to Professor Twomey on the design of The Voice. Let's hope the government is still listening to her now.